Hi, I'm Victor Huerta, and on today's real estate show, should you buy a home in Arizona with no HOA? HOA meaning Homeowners Association. Well, I'm going to deep dive in some tips for you if you're looking to buy a house in Arizona with no HOA. And it might be pro or con, but I'll let you decide. Let's go. Hey, welcome back, my friends. Please don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click that bell to get notified when we drop our next video. Now, this is for you, the home buyer, are looking to purchase a home in Arizona with no HOA. So I'm going to deep dive into some tips, and you can decide whether you want to or you don't. Now, buying a house with no HOA is a good thing for you because you could do whatever you would like to your house. I mean, you could paint it orange if you wanted to. You can do anything in the front landscape, the back landscape. You could park an RV in the back. You could do whatever you want to do to your house to make it specific to your lifestyle. But there is a caveat on that. Your neighbor can do the same thing too. Your neighbor can do the same thing to you. And the front neighbor can do whatever they want too. So they can paint their house pink, yellow, green, purple, whatever they want. They can park as many cars as they want in the front yard. Hell, they can have weeds growing as tall as trees if they want. So you got options for yourself, okay? And I know I'm just kind of laughing here. Some pictures came to mind when I'm looking at houses with no HOA. So, it's a good thing for you because you can do whatever you want. Okay, you can add on additions. You could do whatever you want as far as paint color, a roof, front yard landscaping, backyard landscaping. If you have vehicles that you work on vehicles, you can have them in the garage, in the driveway, on the road, on the side of the parking, where your sidewalk's at. You can have an RV in the back. You can do whatever you want, but be mindful that so can your neighbors. Tip number 2, if you're thinking about buying a house in Arizona with no HOA, is you have no extra monthly income leaving your wallet. Meaning HOAs in Arizona, it depends on where you want to live. If it's a non-gated, you're looking roughly between $45 to the high range of maybe $80 per month for an HOA. If you don't have any HOA, well, then that money is stayed in your household. Okay? So that's another thing too. Also, when you're buying a property with no HOA, okay, you have no transfer fees, no capital fees. Okay? Transfer fees meaning doing the paperwork from the seller to the buyer, and capital improvement fees meaning that, hey, the HOA has a reserve account where you have to put in money each month. Some of the money goes into the capital improvements, meaning that if you did live in a HOA, they could, fix the block walls, they could fix the grassy area, the parks, the playground, the streets, etc. So living in a no HOA is you don't have no extra cost to you on top of your mortgage, okay? Meaning your principal, your interest, your taxes, and your insurance, and then HOA. So you're pocketing the HOA money for yourself, which is in the range between $45 to about $68 non-gated. Gated community, you're gonna be looking into the $100 price range, between $100. If you get into the condo townhome, you're like at the high range of $450. Now, if you're looking for a house with no HOA, it's gonna be very limited to what kind of house you can buy. Now, older homes in older neighborhoods don't have HOA. Usually anything like 1999 built in 2000, they're gonna be in a HOA. So if you're looking for something that has no HOA, you're gonna be buying a house 1995 and below, and those houses are gonna need some repairs. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest with you. And also, buying something with no HOA, there's some really nice houses in downtown Phoenix. Okay, Biltmore area, North Phoenix, Arcadia, all those areas, the prices are really, really high though. Okay, if you can afford $500,000 to $1 million to $3 or $4 million, it's cool because those areas are really, really nice with no HOA. But if you're in the price range of $400,000 and below, most of the homes are going to have a HOA. unless you go into the older neighborhoods, okay, where they have no HOA. So just be mindful that you're going to be purchasing a house that's older, that's going to need some repairs, that's going to need some work when you move in, that has no HOA. So you kind of have to toss up like, hey, newer house HOA, older house, a lot of repairs, no HOA. But just be mindful on your lifestyle and why you want a house with no HOA, because you have some toys, an RV, etc. You want to put an RV gate in the back. That's kind of the typical reason why people don't want HOA, because they have a lot of toys. Okay, they're outdoors people. They have trailers. They own their businesses, etc. They got to park stuff in the back. They're mechanics, etc. It's really going to be all up to you. So think about it. Be mindful of no HOA or HOA payments. Okay, guys, and if you're thinking about buying a house with no HOA, is you really gotta strategize the neighborhood you want to live in. Okay, there's people that take care of their homes, and then there's people that just don't care. So if you live in a non-HOA community, okay, you really want to drive through the neighborhood to see who's actually taking care of their front yards, they're taking care of the front house, etc. Because in a no HOA, you actually don't even have to paint your house. Okay, when you feel it's time to paint your house and give it a facelift, well, that's going to be up to you. Okay, so living in a no HOA, home values don't increase as much as living in an HOA, because living in an HOA is you have actually people who drive through your neighborhood and tell you like, hey, you got weeds in your front yard, your house needs to be painted, the community doesn't look great, we're gonna hire some new landscapers, we're gonna get the grass fertilized, etc. All the front yard maintenance is gonna be taken care of. So you gotta weigh your options. Living in a non-HOA, I highly suggest, is when you're submitting your offer, is just take a look at the neighborhood. Okay, get to know the neighbors if you're buying that specific house, and be mindful is if they park their car in front of your driveway, or if they park your car in front of your house and they just keep on doing it consistently, and they have, say, a trailer and they park it there consistently, you're really gonna have to go over there and be like, hey neighbor, I really wish that you wouldn't park your vehicles in front of my house. Is there any way you can move them? And then if they say no, well, then you're gonna have to find some other options on how to communicate with your neighbor to move those vehicles out of the way. But if you live in an HOA, you always have a third party that can send letters to the homeowner, be like, hey, you cannot be parking your vehicles in front of the neighbor, as they have warned you, and now we're giving you a warning that if we do see it, it will be towed. So that's just an example to be mindful of when you're purchasing a house with no HOA. Now, every house that my family has lived in Arizona has been in the HOA. We just haven't gone to a neighborhood where we like older homes. The only place we would actually move to is like North Phoenix, Arcata, etc. But we can't afford $1 million to $3 million right now in a house. And I don't think we will ever do that, because that's just not our lifestyle. Okay, my lifestyle is to be a better father, husband, and take small vacations each year, and just to have enough money to live, have a good time, and support my family. But so you need to be mindful of what you really want to accomplish in life. Is 40 to 80 bucks gonna really make a big difference in your budget to have the house you want? Maybe to have a nasty neighbor in front of you, to the left or to the right, or even in back of you. And I would suggest if you drive around at night to see what's going on as well, because from daytime to nighttime, things change. And especially on the weekends, I would drive those non-HOA communities before you buy a house, because the weekends is when it starts happening. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you should buy a house in a non-HOA here in Arizona, Smash that subscribe button and click that bell to get notified when we drop the next video. We're just dropping home seller and home buyer topics and content for you so you make a better decision when you're thinking about buying and selling or investing in Arizona. We would love to earn your business. There's some links below. Take a look at those, but we definitely would love a like, heart, comment, or share, and subscribe to the channel. Right now, we are at 198 subscribers as I shoot this video. We're trying to break the 200 mark and maybe go up to 500, but we appreciate your support. Once again, I am Victor Huerta, local real estate agent here, and we'll see you on the next real estate video.